Hello everyone and welcome to Varamore Things. Feel free to follow me and subscribe to see more of my content. Thank you and I hope you'll enjoy the video. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So what happened is that the other day I was playing with one of my friends, testing for an upcoming paper tournament we have on Saturday. I was playing Goblins and he was playing Amulet Titan. And after losing a bunch of games to the One Ring, what I thought is
it possible to learn this power?
But the answer was clear all over again, since I am poor as hell.
Not from a Jedi.
But suddenly, things were about to change. What happens when Mommy Wizard decides to grant all access, all cards in the entire game to a budget player? Well, the answer is pretty easy. They turn evil. As you may or not know, during the last few days, Magic Online had a pretty massive downtime due to several issues. So, Wizards granted players a special repair pass for a few days. By using this repair promo code in-game, you had access to all the Magic cards in the entire universe of Magic the Gathering. So that being said, as I usually play on a small budget, I decided to try and feel what it was like to be a normal player. Here I am with the newest pure deck that I renamed GRIXIS Money. I put all the most expensive cards in the modern format into one single deck as a social experiment. This build has only one synergy. Every single card is expensive as hell. In fact, this deck would have costed me around 850 ticks to build, double the price of a normal Tier 1 modern deck. Funnily enough, the results weren't that bad. With such powerful cards, what could go wrong? Are you ready to witness match number 1? Because I am. Here we are with match number 1 against Poopywef with GRIXIS Money. So, as you can see, we only play the most expensive cards in the format, and this guy is playing Tron, so doesn't look that good to me. Okay, this guy is playing Blue Tron, which is very hard. I really dislike Blue Tron, they always have an answer, so what you're trying to do here is trying to put some pressure on them while ramping up our mana to be able to cast the One Ring and perhaps Sheoldred and finish them off with that. So, opponent Warping Wailed our Ragavan. We hate that. That's okay. They are assembling the Tron. They have another map. But we have the One Ring. Or not. Opponent has Force of Negation, but they only have one useful card in hand, now 2. They assembled the Tron, we play 1 Magus of the Moon in the main deck, we try with another ring, resolves, we draw another super useless Fatal Push. Opponent has loads of mana but is doing nothing, so we play Sheoldred, or at least we try to. What is the opponent doing? They put charge on the Blast Zone, yeah, to kill the Sheoldred right away. We draw a bunch of cards, the opponent is down to 18, not pushing that much pressure, but seemingly they are not drawing anything useful. Another subtlety, and now they don't have any more cards in hand, so we are being very lucky, or, well, it's them being unlucky. We go with the Fable, trying to cycle away some useless cards. We can Takenuma and get back the Sheoldred if we want to. But we just play the Troll, which is more damage right now. We bolt them in face, so we're putting on a clock here. Opponent doing absolutely nothing. That's strange, at least. So we draw a bunch, we Takenuma, we 10 play Sheoldred, we draw a bunch of cards and we gain a bunch of life. We now have the Magus of the Moon on the next turn. Opponent is down to 3, but they see the One Ring. They tap to draw, they take 2 from Sheoldred, they don't see anything, and they just die. So what happened here is that the opponent had no blue mana, no real threats. They had a bit of interaction, Warping Wail, Force of Negation, Subtlety, but those cards, if you don't pay actual mana for them, they are mostly card disadvantage. So we draw so many cards with the One Ring and we were so far ahead, the opponents just couldn't catch up. So, well, we're down 1-0 in game 1, in match number 1, sorry. Let's check out game number 2. I can already feel the power of the dark side pulsing throughout the One Ring. So here we mulligan to 6. We have a, well, not very decent hand. We sideboarded in, I think, 2 Magus of the Moon and out 2 Fatal Push, and that's it. We start off pretty slowly, but also the opponent. They lower and reveal, grabbing an island. Our plan here is to flash in Bowmasters at the end of turn, to maybe put some pressure on the opponent, but they just remand the Bowmasters. We're fine with that. So we play an island and we pass the turn back to them. We can perhaps cycle the troll away and Bowmaster at the end of their turn and play the One Ring on the next turn. We go with Bowmasters, our opponent remands another time. We swamp cycle, grabbing a basic swamp just in case we draw the Magus of the Moon. We now try to play the One Ring, but the opponent has an Impulse. One Ring resolves, I'm happy with that. We draw a card, which is a useless land, but that's fine. Opponent playing their own ring. This is a battle of rings. But we are far ahead in this battle. So we play the Fable. We played the Bowmasters and we ping the Goblin because we cannot ping the opponent. We pass the turn and we want to punish them for drawing, never mind, Warping Wail on the Bowmasters. They Impulse, they draw with the ring and they discard a Karn. So the opponent, here we draw 2 and we discard the 2 lands. With the Fable, we hit a Ragavan and the opponent just decides to randomly scoop. Even if we didn't have anything in our hand, like 2 Tishana State Binder, we could have used now on the One Ring. Well, that was pretty good, but the opponent had 7 cards in their hand, so I don't really get why they scooped. Maybe they was just frustrated that they couldn't assemble their Tron, or I don't know. But, well, we're down 1-0, and I can feel the power surging from the One Ring, entering my body, and oh, that's such a feeling. I don't really think I can lose with this deck, with this ring on my side. I don't really think I can lose any game. Oh, this feeling is... I could get used to it, yeah. Well, guys, let's check out match number 2. Match number 2 against Nazello. We keep a 7-hander with some interaction. Opponent is preordaining, so probably playing Izzet Murktide. We safely go with a Bloodstained Mire, staying open if he plays Ragavan. And that's the case, so we're gonna bolt this guy at the end of turn. Maybe they have Spell Pierce, so yeah, they do. So we baited them, so they don't have any more Spell Pierce for the Fable on the next turn. Now we try to kill Ragavan, hopefully they don't have Subtlety. They do, exiling a Murktide Regent. They now have only 2 cards in hand. I think I put the Bowmasters on top because they have Preordains, Mishra's Bubbles, Ragavan, so... But that was a mistake because the opponent now can play my Orcish Bowmaster thanks to Ragavan, because I am so stupid that I didn't think of it. So this is now a problem. I discard their Murktide and I stay open for my own Bowmaster, which I flash in right now, killing their Ragavan and blocking their army token. So that was so stupid of me. So now we try to play Sheoldred, but opponent probably has a counterspell. They don't, so not bad. Hopefully they don't have an only hit. Apparently they don't. Yes, they do. They probably drew that on the turn, so we take the damage from the Bowmasters because we don't really want to trade our own Bowmasters with theirs, since we don't draw that many cards. Even though we could do that now, but we don't want to because they have Bowmasters, so I probably should have. That's the second mistake. I'm not used to play these cards. So even here, I should probably Thought Seeds. I don't know why I didn't, but I think I should have. It's probably the third mistake I made here. Maybe I want to keep the Thought Seeds when I want to actually cast something meaningful. Maybe, for example, right now. So I don't even play my own Ragavan. I don't know why. I just swing with the Shaman token and pass the turn. I don't know why I didn't play the Ragavan. So Bowmaster triggers and I kill their Bowmasters, which was my Bowmasters. So the opponent Mishra's Bubbles. If they crack the bubble, we get another Bowmaster trigger. They crack the bubble. I can now copy the Bowmasters in response. They just scoop it up because probably they didn't throw anything useful, and we just submerged them with value. I don't know why here I was holding the Thought Seeds and the Ragavan. I can't really think of a good reason to do so. Well, I won, but I don't really think I deserved this win because I made so many mistakes and opponent was just submerged with super powerful cards such as Ragavan's Bowmasters, Sheoldred and whatever, and they just died. But they didn't deserve to. So let's check out if they can win in game 2, guys. I'm actually cheering for my opponent here because, you know, even though I didn't use the power of the dark side in this game, I think I boarded in a Leyline of the Void and a few other cards that I cannot remember, and I boarded out 2 Tishanas, 1 Troll, and 1 Magus of the Moon. Yeah, Terminates. I brought in Terminates. So my opponent started off with Ragavan, exiling a bolt, firing my own bolt to my own face. Now I play Bowmaster on their Ragavan, resolves, and I pass the turn, not bad. Opponent fetching for a basic island. A big Murktide, okay. We try to kill that, but opponent has the Spell Pierce, so we just pass the turn. Opponent, what are you doing? Dragon's Rage Channeler, swinging with the Murktide. We are already down to 6 though. We play the One Ring. We get protection, we draw. We attack with the Orc army. I mean, we took so many damage out of nowhere and we probably are almost dead. We fetch, we go down to 2. We play another One Ring. We get protection. We draw a card. No, we play a Ragavan, now we draw a card. Sheoldred, which is not bad, but I don't think we can survive long enough. We untap, we go down to 1. We have a Molten Collapse, which is not bad. We fire it on the Murktide Regent. And we stay open because we want to stifle the ability from the One Ring to take that takes us damage with the Sunastite Binder. Our opponent playing another Murktide Regent. So end of turn we draw. Upkeep, we use the Sunastite Binder to stifle the One Ring ability. But seemingly we don't have a proper solution here. And we just die. Because I couldn't draw with the One Ring. I should have drawn in response. Should have drawn 3 cards in response to the Tishana's Tidebinder probably. And 10 used use a Tidebinder on the ring. So I don't know if I could have found a solution for this Murktide. Probably yes. Since we had 1 more Molten Collapse and 2 Terminates. This was another mistake, and here you can clearly tell that I'm not used to play with such cards, and sometimes I make big mistakes. So here I lost due to my own mistake from not using Tishana's Tidebinder alongside with the One Ring in the right way. So I deserved to die. Game number 3, guys. What can I say? Sideboard stayed the same, but now I'm on the play. I keep this hand with Bowmasters, double Terminate, and a Troll of Khazad-dûm. Opponent starting off with a Bubble. I fetch for Xander's Lounge. Opponent draws with the Bubble. I cannot play Bowmasters in response. I play Bloodstained Mire and pass the turn. I draw another useless Troll. This is not looking good from outside. Opponent has 8 cards in hand. Opponent casts Preordain and we Bowmasters. Hopefully they don't have Subtlety. They do. Subtlety is so annoying. They excite the counterspell though. I put Orcish Bowmasters on top. I probably shouldn't have. Opponent passes the turn back to us. I draw the Bowmasters again. I pass the turn. I shocked myself because I want to be able to use the cycling ability from the Troll alongside Orcish Bowmasters. So opponent gas Iteration and we are okay with that. Opponent gas Flooded Strand, nothing more. We just cycle away the Troll of Khazad-dûm, grabbing a Bloodstained Mire. We draw a Swamp, which is not what we wanted to see, but we are open for double Terminate. Opponent fetches for a Steam Vents. Opponent 7 cards in hand, I don't like that. Dragon's Rage Channeler already with Delirium. That's okay. We terminate that. Opponent has a Spell Snare. We cycle the Troll in response. Opponent with Delirium. Triggers. We draw another Bowmaster, which is not good and not bad at the same time. I probably should have killed the Dragon's Rage Channeler here. I don't know. I tried to kill it now and the opponent has a counterspell. That's why I should have done it before when the opponent was stepped out. Now I just desperately flash in the Bowmasters, accomplishing nothing. So that was another mistake. But I was afraid of a big Murktide, I think. I swing with both my orcs. Passing back to the opponent, they have an only 8. Which is not completely fine, I would say. I think here Takenuma for Troll of Khazad-dûm might be a line. But I don't think I will have time to recover from here. Yeah, I go Takenuma. I grab the Troll back. I try to cast the Troll. Opponent probably has a counterspell. Or a Subtlety. Yeah, Subtlety. I think we're done, guys. That was not so big mistake. The one I made before, the Terminate. But that was a mistake, I think. I'm making so many mistakes here. Definitely. I'm down to 4. I don't think I have anything. Opponent is paying some costs. Big Murktide coming in. Yeah, I don't have anything. And I just lost. Well, I won game 1 and I was overconfident that I could have won easily. But yeah, not bad. I was also being very salty in the chat, as usual, when I lose, because the opponent had Subtlety 2 times, Spell Snare on the goddamn Terminate, so yeah, and Counterspell also on the other Terminate, so opponent saw the Mono Snare, which is not bad, and I saw basically nothing, but that's the risk you have when you only play powerful cards that don't have actually any synergy. So yeah, that was random. 1-on-1 in the league, not good, not bad. We are used to it. Okay, we can go and see what happens. Here we are on the play with GRIXIS money. We have a super decent Ragavan, but I want to see what my opponent is playing. And they are playing GRIXIS, and they have so many removals that it's not even worth to play my Ragavan right now, since they have so many removals, which is embarrassing. We go with, we mistapped. We go with Fable of the Mirror Breaker, and perhaps the opponent draw a counterspell. Of course, they were missing just the counterspell, so why not? Oh my gosh. Yeah, we try to resolve another Fable, and we do. Opponent Flame of Anor drawing some cards at the end of our turn. So we discard the Magus of the Moon because they have 2 bolts in their hand, so not really useful. We attack, they fatal push our little goblin. And I don't really want to waste my Ragavan on a bolt right now. So I'm patiently waiting. The opponent is doing absolutely nothing right now. We draw. We flip the Fable. Tishana Statebinder. That's right, why not? Do you guys think I can respond to that trigger somehow? Because if I kill the Tishana Statebinder, the trigger is already going, so I won't stop that. If I kill the Tishana Statebinder afterwards, my Fable is already gone, so I don't think if I can actually answer that. So the opponent used their Fatal Push. They preordain, and we go in with Bowmasters, pinging them. But they bolted Bowmasters in response, but we still get the trigger and we MS1. Our opponent got rid of 1 bolt, they still have 1. They have bolt and 2 cards we don't know, but we are now checking with our top seeds after combat. Opponent down to 8, we toss seeds them. Oh my gosh, and I think we discarded Tishana Statebinder, we discarded, Snapcaster Mage. And we bolt their Tishana Statebinder, so we go with Bowmasters, forcing them to bolt the Bowmasters, so now they don't have any more bolts. They draw 2 cards, while we have a 2/2 Orc army. And we draw the One Ring. Hopefully they don't have any counters. Oh my god. I think I should have played the One Ring before combat because I could have drawn land plus Ragavan. Ragavan. I couldn't have attacked though. So we just play the One Ring and pass the turn, so the opponent is almost dead. They have 3 cards in hand. I wonder what cards could have been. I draw a Terminate off the One Ring. I draw another ring. I draw 2 cards with the ring. I go tosses on them. They counterspell. Sure. We go into combat. I swing with my Orc army. Opponent bolts. It's the 3rd bolt they see. Not bad. We play Watergrave tapped and we pass the turn. So the opponent is drawing more and more cards, useful cards, out of nowhere than we are with a One Ring. Same cards, same cards. This is insane. We draw a Ragavan, not bad. We draw with the One Ring, Tishanastite Binder, and Flame of Anor, which is not bad. We attack with Ragavan. Let's see if opponent has another removal. They do, of course. They're not drawing anything just out of the turn. It's insane. They drew like... Was it Counterspell, Lightning Bolt, Drown in the Loch, one after another? Yeah, that was it. We played the other ring because we don't want to die from the ring. So opponent has 1 card in hand. Let's see if they have another solution to my troll. Oh my gosh! Counterspell, Lightning Bolt, Drown in the Loch, Terminate out of nowhere. Okay, now they preordain. Sure. We're down to 6. We are afraid. We draw and they drew Bowmasters. It's insane. We just stifled that with Tishanastite Binder. My god. We discard. Opponent Sheoldred off the top. We just Flame of Anor that, and we take 2 from the trigger because we are stupid enough. Now we have to stifle our own ring with Tishanastite Binder, which is not so bad. In response to that, we draw, not like last time. We have so many cards in hand. We dash a Ragavan, we terminate the Bowmasters, and we finish out the game. So the opponent was able to draw Counterspell, Lightning Bolt, Drown in the Loch, Terminate. Then they go with Preordain, and they have Bowmasters and Sheoldred. Not a single land between all those cards, no One Ring, just straight out of the top of the deck. Wow, I wish I was able to draw the same, but I am not. Luckily I have the power of the One Ring with me. So we won game 1. That was a tough match. I was making an insanely stupid mistake with that Flame of Anor that wasn't necessary. I should have just terminated, just in case. So yeah, that was scary, but I won. Let's see what happens in game number 2. Game number 2, let's take a look at the sideboard. In the sideboard we have Magus of the Moon, we stayed in. We boarded out 1 Troll of Khazad-dûm and we boarded in Terminates. Yeah, probably. So opponent had a pretty hard mulligan. While we have a full hand. Opponent gas Bowmasters. We probably should push them. We don't. Opponent attacks. We bolt them now, and that is another mistake because they have a counter. I should have done it before, when they were tapped out. So we don't really have that many cards now, and we don't want to play our things into what they have. We don't want the Magus of the Moon to just randomly die out of nowhere. So we are already down to 11 somehow. We go Terminate on the Tishanastite Binder and pass the turn. Opponent has 2 cards in hand, we should know. A Drown in the Loch is gone. Polluted Delta is gone. Island is gone. They have a Fatal Push. They didn't play it somehow. They block. And, yeah. Okay, so here I stopped the video 1 moment because I made a very stupid mistake. So I knew they had the Fatal Push. And Revolt triggers when one of your permanents leaves the battlefield. I attacked with Magus of the Moon, confident enough that they would block and just get rid of the army token. But then Revolt triggered, so they could have Fatal Push, because otherwise they couldn't, because Magus of the Moon cost 3, and Fatal Push normally just kills with Mana Value 2 or less. So what happened here is that I fell into their trap and I made another stupid mistake. my Magus died because I was stupid, and my Magus was keeping them in check because they couldn't play multiple cards with multiple colors on the same turn. So I made a really huge mistake here. Okay, so next, my turn. I go Tall Seeds, and I see they have many cards, so I just discard the Snapcaster Mage, and they have Bowmasters and Tishana's Tidebinder. They flash in a Tishana's Tidebinder, we're fine with that. They don't stifle anything, but they want to raise us because we are already down to 8 points of life. So they attack. Here I should probably block with my own Tishana's Tidebinder. I play it, I stifle nothing, and they just once more randomly drew a lightning bolt out of nowhere. It's insane. My gosh. Now we can fatal push the Tishana's Tidebinder, but we are down to 4 and they have Orcish Bowmaster in hand. They flash them in and we're probably just dead. We go down to 1. We will probably draw a land. Yeah, that's a Terminate, but that's not enough to get rid of both Bowmasters and our Karmic token. So I made a big mistake with my Magus of the Moon that would have changed all the game. So that's my fault once more. I'm throwing this opportunity to play with such powerful cards because I'm such a bad player with decks I'm not used to play. So at least I can see my mistakes, but still I'm not happy that I'm making so many mistakes. At least 1 or 2 big mistakes per game. It's not bad. I cannot afford to do so and still be able to win. The One Ring, if I don't see it, it can't carry me. So I better be playing good. Okay, so let's check out game number 3. Here we are. I don't want to blame anyone, but we mulligan to 6. We are on the play. But my opponent draws were nuts. Now they mulligan to 5. So we might be able to have a chance. Polluted Delta, they do nothing. We draw a Fable, which is not bad. We pass the turn. They crack. Watergrave tapped. Xander's Lounge, okay. They still have 5 cards in hand. Now we're trying to resolve the Fable. We draw Bowmasters, but I prefer to just resolve the Fable while I can. Nice. The opponent has a Fatal Push. Okay, of course they do. They go Preordain, and they are now open for Counterspell. Orcish Bowmasters. They should have waited for me to actually discard something, I think. So, okay, now I got rid of their Bowmasters with my own, and I discarded Molten Collapse to actually draw another ring. Opponent 3 cards in hand. So my Saga is now flipping. I love that. I can copy Bowmasters if needed. I will never be able to. Tishana's Tidebinder is coming. Yeah, once more. At least now they're tapped out, so I can play the One Ring without many trust issues. The One Ring. Okay. So as you can see, there's a correlation between me winning and playing the One Ring, and me losing not playing the One Ring. Opponent, of course, has a Lightning Bolt for my Orcish Bowmaster. They don't attack somehow. I don't know why. Ah, yeah, I had protection, of course. Sorry. Okay. I draw another ring. So here, what should I do? Because if I try to play Sheoldred, they will surely counterspell that. Oh, they don't? Wow, that's strange. We gain some life and we draw some cards. We can now Tall Seeds our opponent, and they are doing something in response. They bolt the army token, okay, and they only have a Misty Rainforest. I think we're pretty good now. I don't think we can lose this game, it's impossible. So they have 2 cards in hand. One is the Misty Rainforest. They are keeping that in hand because they want to trigger Revolt if they were to draw Fatal Push. So I understand that. They instead drew Otawara. Okay, my opponent is not bad at all. I now play Sheoldred again over the troll, and I got rid of all their permanents. And they draw out of nowhere. Okay. Drawn in the lock. Ottawa and drawn in the lock out of nowhere. Okay. I now play the troll. Let's see if they have a solution to that too. Opponent Snapcaster Mage. Drawn in the lock. Wow. This guy is insane. This guy is drawing better than me. But I have a 4 counters, 1 ring. And I'm down to 8 now. I must do something. I play another ring, otherwise I'm going to die. Oh my gosh. I got discard phase. Opponent. What are they drawing? Nothing, apparently. So, yeah. We cycle away a few lands. We go Sheoldred. Hopefully resolves. Yeah. We gain... And we are timing, by the way, we are timing out. So we attack, opponent is down to 11. Yes, they are. They only have Misty Rainforest in hand. No, they use that. No, I don't know what they have in hand. Okay, all of Storm Giants, sure. We have to play fast, so I just put in a Tishana State Binder to put on a clock. So we gain some life. We flip the Fable, we draw some cards, we gain some more life. We attack with everything. Opponent, what are they doing? Nothing, and we win with 2 minutes remaining against this insane opponent with insane draws. I think overall their deck was better built, you know, with Snapcasters, all those lightning bolts, Fatal Push, and whatever, but when you have the 1 ring, and Sheoldred, you cannot just lose to some stupid 1 converted mana cost spells. The opponent played very well. They were good opponents, but they were so lucky. And overall, the power level of my deck was just too high for them to handle. And if it weren't for my mistakes, I could have won even in the game before pretty easily. So yeah, we are now... Was it 2-1? Yeah? Is this match number 3? I can't really remember. Well, I think we are 2-1 in the league. Not bad. Let's see how this league will progress. In match number 4. I find it strange that we've not faced an Amulet Titan so far, or Yawgmoth. So, this might be the moment. Yeah, haha, Yawgmoth. Here we are. I said it. And delivered. I don't think Yawgmoth is a good matchup. Yeah, Wall of Roots, yeah, Undying Wolf, yeah, whatever. We basically already lost. They have 3 cards in hand, Forest. Yeah, Card of Calling for Yawgmoth. Yeah, they begin their infinite cycle of drawing and whatever. I'm gonna terminate that guy. Yeah, they draw, they do whatever they want. Yeah, of course, yeah, sure. Okay, and we pass the turn. Should I have bolted the Young Wolf here? I think so, yeah. That was the right choice. Opponent with a swamp. They go grist. Yeah. So much value. Delighted Halfling. Okay. We play a Fable of the Mirror Breaker and hopefully the 1 ring on next turn. If there's going to be a next turn. Of course they have another Yawgmoth. Why not? Orcish Bowmasters. Yes. And I just decided to scoop this up because this was just too much value From there, they could have just draw a bunch of cards, kill my shaman token, so I wouldn't have had 4 mana for the One Ring. And even if I were to draw the cards with the One Ring, I should have got to see another Terminate, and this was just almost impossible. So, and I already had so many creatures on the battlefield. Whatever I was to play, they kill with Grist. Nonsense. So I just decided to scoop this up because I don't think I could have won this game. Ragavan useless, Orcish Bowmaster, yeah, I mean I can ping a few of this guy, his Bowmasters, but that's it. So yeah, probably I shouldn't have had this fast of a conceit, but well, who knows? I just decided to concede and focus on the next game. So let's check out game number 2, guys. Game number 2, let's take a look at the sideboard. I think we boarded out Magus of the Moon, 1 Fable, all the Ragavans. I brought in Brotherhood's Hand, Terminates, and other cards that I always never remember. Yeah, Leyline of the Voids, of course. So we have a pretty slow hand. That was a mulligan to 5. Opponent, Wall of Roots. We fatal push that because it's the most broken card in their deck. So we now have the Brotherhood's Hand, which is kinda useless now. They go with another Wall of Roots, of course. Okay, so our Brotherhood's Hand is useless here. Let's see if they play Yawgmoth. No, Chord of Calling 3, Grist, okay. They plus it, so Brotherhood's Hand is still useless. I'm not killing Grist, I don't know why. I go with Engineered Explosives on 3, so that I can get rid of the Grist on the next turn. Maybe it's going to be... yeah, it's probably too late. Our opponent got rid of the Engineered Explosives with a Tira Sunder, and now they have Yawgmoth on the battlefield. So I kill Yawgmoth straight away, and in response they Boseiju, my Leyline of the Void. So it's the second sideboard card that I see. Apatra, Gunny Garden. So it's about time we blow everything up with Brotherhood, and I misstepped once more, double red. Our opponent, Takenuma, taking back Yawgmoth. That was a good hand for my opponent. Grist is such a powerful planeswalker. Yawgmoth from Physician. Okay, resolves. Passes back to us. We need a One Ring now. Nope, that's not a One Ring. I Molten Collapse, killing Yawgmoth. They answer with Orcish Bowmasters. That's okay to me. They do their infinite cycles of drawing things, which is insane. How can that be legal? Power level of Modern is just too high. Well, I'm playing a deck full of powerful cards, so I shouldn't really be complaining. The Sheoldred Binder trying to stifle Grist. Resolves. Grist is unable to use any of his abilities. Opponent has another Grist, of course. Yeah, not bad. They sacrifice the wolf and they kill the Sheoldred Binder. The wolf comes back thanks to his Undying ability. Our opponent, what does he have? Another Wall of Roots. Pendelhaven pumping the Orcish Bowmaster, and they swing at me. Go down to 12. Curse Totem, not bad, maybe a bit too late. Fran, okay, but they can just beat me up. They didn't use Pendelhaven, I don't know why. Another land. So as you can see here, there's still the correlation. The game before I didn't play the ring, I lost. This game I don't have the one ring, I am losing. So can you see the correlation, guys? Bolt, and yeah, I'm dead. 0-2 against Yawgmoth. I think Yawgmoth is such a tier 1 deck. It's really above any other deck in the format right now. I think that the top 3 decks are Amulet Titan, Yawgmoth, and Rakdos, probably. And after that we have Izzet Murktide, and which is in between tier 1 and tier 2 deck. And after that you have, I don't know, Hammer Time, Burn, Tron, and whatever Asmorano deck. But Amulet Titan, Yawgmoth, and Rakdos Scam are just too strong right now. And I mean, Grist, Yawgmoth, Wall of Roots, Orcish Bowmasters, and look at the synergy here. Undying with Yawgmoth with all these tokens, the wall being an 0-5, Orcish Bowmaster generating more tokens, pinging one of your creators or an opponent. That's just insane. Such a good deck, but at least it's not that easy to play like Amulet Titan, so at least you have that, but it's not really that hard. Opponent here draw more than half his deck. Can you believe it? 33 cards, while I drew only 17. So also the Curse Totem, yeah, comes in hand, but a bit too late, and I'm only going to 5. So we are 2-2, guys, which is not bad, not good. I will say the usual. And let's see how this deck will behave in the last match number 5. Match number 5 against Rest. We are on the play. We keep a hand with Lightning Bolt, Magus of the Moon, and 4 lands. Bloodstained Mire, we pass the turn. What is the opponent playing? Forest? Oh my gosh, Amulet Titan. Here we are. Okay. Okay, I love that. I love that. I can play against tier decks. I love it. So we have the Magus of the Moon, which is super good against them, and we also have the One Ring. So we're looking good here. So we now probably just play Polluted Delta, fetching for a basic island, and Magus of the Moon is the plan. Yeah, that's it. We pass back to them. They have 5 cards in hand. They swing with the Elysian Grove. We don't care. They play another Dryad. We don't care. We have another ring. We just play the ring. Get protection, draw a card. Fatal Push, not bad. Also not good, because we cannot really trigger Revolt like that. Opponent playing all the lands in this game. Primeval Titan. Okay. Not looking great. Okay, so what can we do here is drawing a bunch of cards. We see the Terminate, not bad. Opponent has no cards in hand, but we don't really have a way to win now. Opponent swinging. We Bowmaster just to champ block, I think. Yeah, we ping one of the Dryads and we bolt it. Yeah, not bad, a 2-for-1, but yeah. And we take 2. No, we champ block the Dryad. We champ block that. Okay, we're still alive. Opponent Expedition Map. Okay, that's fine. We untap, we take 2 damage, down to 11. Opponent has no cards in hand. We draw 3 cards, another ring. Okay. We play another ring. We get the protection. We draw a card. Sheoldred, not bad. We Fatal Push now because we put the ring into the graveyard. Thanks to the legendary rule. We swing with both Magus of the Moon, Orcish Bowmaster. Opponent Amulet of Vigor. The One Ring, we take 1 damage, we play Sheoldred, and the opponent just concedes. Yeah, I don't see how they could have just exit this situation, even if they were to draw a Titan. Nothing will happen because of Magus of the Moon. And we can just have the time to find a solution with the one ring, and if we don't, we play another ring and we play the Troll of Khazad-dûm while we consistently gain life, and we don't even need to play another one ring at this point because they don't have a main deck removal for Sheoldred, I guess. Wow. Okay, if there's one thing I love in my life is beating Amulet Titan. I love that, but we were lucky because we drew the mono Magus of the Moon we have in the main deck. This guy was here exactly for that matter. So okay, let's see if we can close the game in game number 2. Game number 2, here we are. So let's take a look at the sideboard. We mulligan to 4, which is not good. We brought out Ragavans, 2 Lightning Bolts, a Troll of Khazad-dûm, and we brought in Engineered Explosives, Terminates, and of course Magus of the Moon. So opponent has Saga into Amulet, which is pretty classic. Okay. Opponent Expedition Map, grabbing a Tolaria West, they pass back to us. We don't have anything. Opponent grabbing another Amulet, Seemage Growth Chamber, a lot of mana, Arboreal Grazer, sure. I think we are about to concede here. Opponent, a lot of mana, Generous Ant, what the heck? Oh, so this is the ant that guy was talking about in the previous video. Oh, now they play one ant because they want to grab a forest even if they are locked out thanks to a moon effect. Oh, okay, that's basically one more forest, and if you can't use it or you just don't want to, you just play it like this, and it's a 5/7 reach. The one ring, yeah, I think we're pretty done. I shall concede, probably. Opponent drawing a bunch of cards, swinging with 5 damage. I don't really think I can win. I discard the Fatal Push and I draw a one ring, which is not bad. I swing. I make a treasure token. Opponent, of course, blocks with the Grazer. We play the one ring. We draw a card. We see a Troll of Khazad-dûm, we don't like that. Opponent loses 1 thanks to the one ring, draws 2, I'm scared. Okay, Seemage Growth Chamber, we knew about that. Double Amulet Trigger. If they have the Primeval Titan or the Pact, I think I should concede here. Wormcoil Engine, what the heck? Okay. Fatal Push, that is not enough. I draw 2 cards and that is not enough too. I went with a Thoughtseize and the opponent had so many lands in their hand, like everything here is a land. Only 6 lands, so I couldn't discard anything. Opponent draws with the one ring. I played Tishana's Tidebinder and stifled it. How can I deal with the Wormcoil Engine? So the opponent was just tapping. Yeah, they have Tolaria West, so they can just transmute that and grab a Summer's Pact and win on the same turn, thanks to double Amulet. So yeah, and also they had Generous Ant, Wormcoil Engine. Yeah, I really couldn't win here. 1-on-1, okay, please, now I'm on the play, guys. Let's see what will happen in game number 3, match number 5. Can I go 3-2 here? Sideboard stayed the same. Bowmasters out, Ragavans in, because I'm on the play. So here I keep a hand with Ragavan, turn 1. Hopefully they don't have a Arboreal Grazer. And Magus of the Moon. Okay, so they go Expedition Map. We love that. We swing with Ragavan. treasure token, Arbora Grazer on top, so we were pretty lucky. And we go with Magus of the Moon, which is not bad. So here we can put on a really serious clock now. We exile the forest, we love that. We go with Fable of the Mirror Breaker, opponent cracks and grabs a forest. Opponent forest, Dryad, but we have the Molten Collapse. So here we can discard the Ragavan, we do. We draw a Fatal Push, which is not bad. We go with Molten Collapse and we swing with everything. We generate another treasure token. Radiant Fountain exiled, and we go with the One Ring. Opponent is down to 8. We draw a land and we play it. Opponent has a Dryad Arbor. So what we do here is we draw with the One Ring. We discard a Primeval Titan from the opponent's hand. We Fatal Push the Dryad, sacrificing the Shaman token we created with the trigger. So we trigger Revolt. And we kill the Dryad before they can assign blockers. And we swing for 6 damage, opponent is down to 2, they have only 3 cards in hand, a Magus of the Moon to resolve, not many lands on the battlefield, and we beat the Amulet Titan with the perfect hand and the perfect Grixis money deck to finish an incredible league with 3-2 result, losing to my mistakes, Yagmoth, and Izzet Murktide because of my mistakes. So I'm pretty happy with the deck. Meet you in the wrap-up in a second. Here we are in the wrap-up. So this deck felt really incredible. And I was happy I could have tried such a deck. So thank you, Wizards of the Coast. We appreciate the repair code we had. So we were able to play all the decks we otherwise wouldn't be able to play, and this deck especially was a social experiment, so I just put all these most insane cards in this game into one deck to just try to break the format. Of course I couldn't do it, but I had so much fun, and the One Ring is just one of the most powerful cards ever printed, and alongside Sheoldred this is an insane combination. And also Fable of the Mirror Breaker is just over the top insane card, and Ragavan also, Orcish Bowmasters. So basically this deck revolves around playing all the most insanely powerful cards in the format in one deck. No synergy, just money, and I had a lot of fun. So this video was a bit different from the others because this isn't really a known deck, it's just some strange brew I made with all these cards, and also the introduction was a bit different, a bit meme-centered. I hope you liked it. So, okay guys, it's time to say goodbye and see you in another video. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this video, and tell me also if you like the new introduction made with Star Wars memes. And as usual, thank you so much for all the support I'm receiving. I love you guys, and opening this YouTube channel was the best thing I made in 2023. And also, this is the best thing I'm doing in 2024, so I'm super happy to work on that. Please subscribe to the channel, it's free, and this will give me the motivation to continue doing so. Thank you once more, guys, and see you in the next video coming in a few days. Goodbye, have a nice day.